So this guy's going well over 80 right now.
So there I was, humming down a highway in a Dodge Challenger, trying to chase down a speeding North Carolina state trooper.
Right there. You guys, this guy's going 70 at a 45 right now.
How'd I get here? Well, it all started when we first saw this video. It's a Florida state trooper in hot pursuit of a motorist, flying up I-95 at speeds of up to 120 miles per hour. But this is no ordinary speed demon. It's a Miami-Dade police officer.
It is a Miami police.
The cop ignores the trooper's lights and sirens and tears across lanes of traffic. Finally, 7 minutes later, he pulls over. Believing that only a criminal in a stolen car could drive so recklessly, the trooper approaches with gun drawn.
Put your hands out that window right now! Put your hands out the window!
What's the big need for speed? Turns out the cop was running late for his off-duty job as a security guard.
And I had to get there by 7 o'clock, and I didn't think I was going to make it.
And we discovered this guy isn't some kind of lone wolf. All around the country, families have learned the painful way that speeding cops can kill. To be clear, we're not talking about police responding to an emergency with lights and sirens on. And when cops just gun it, the results can be lethal. Take a look at this. It's 2:15 a.m. on this Connecticut road. A Milford Police Department car speeding in a 40-mile-per-hour zone. Suddenly, another cruiser rockets past at 94 miles per hour and rams into a passenger car. Killed in the accident were two 19-year-old sweethearts, Ashley Krakowski, a high school hockey star with dreams of becoming a nurse, and David Servit, a talented musician who planned to go to business school.
When we found out what exactly happened, it was unbelievable.
Did it make it hurt worse once you learned that it was a police officer who hit them?
I was disgusted that it was a police officer. You see them racing around all the time, and this time they didn't get away with it.
So why do cops speed?
Because they can.
Justin Hobson is a former New Jersey state trooper who wrote a book on corruption in his agency called Breaking the Blue Wall.
And when they're speeding, where are they going?
Home, lunch, meeting another police officer. It's a mentality of, hey, I have a badge and the ability to go as fast as I need to go.
What's he doing? What's he doing?
The problem's gotten so out of hand, some motorists are striking back, catching speeding cops in the act. Here, a caravan of hot rods and a joyride down a New Jersey highway at speeds of over 100 miles per hour. A New Jersey state trooper suddenly appears. He's going to put a stop to this, right? Wrong. He shoots ahead of them to lead the way. That Pied Piper of sports cars was suspended. This angry motorcyclist with the helmet cam turns vigilante and takes off after a fast-moving police cruiser just to prove how fast he's going. Folks, don't try this at home.
I'm going 20 miles an hour over the speed limit right now.
But none of the highway video avengers can match Ron Carr of Raleigh, North Carolina. After getting his hair blown back by lead-footed lawmen once too often, Carr linked his vehicle with cameras to expose what he calls rampant hypocrisy.
Now watch this guy. You or I would get a ticket for doing what he's doing right now.
Yes, they're fast, and he's furious.
Who polices the police? What does it take for an officer to be charged?
Right. Carr's now posting his greatest hits on, what else? His own YouTube channel.
I figure the more videos that I have, then folks will realize that it is a common problem.
But it's a problem that police departments seem reluctant to acknowledge. Going back to that terrible Connecticut crash, the officer involved was convicted and sentenced to 10 years in prison, though he's currently free as he appeals. The families of those two young victims wanted to uncover the scale of the problem, so they sued the police, demanding to see all dashcam video from the previous 2 years.
We wanted to know, was there a culture of speeding? Was this an isolated incident that you could forgive a little more easily?
The families did receive 500 dashcam clips, including footage of an officer on a call racing at 113 miles per hour in a 45 zone. He was suspended. But then Milford PD claimed it accidentally deleted another 2,000 dashcam clips. 2,000 clips? An accident? The family isn't buying that.
There appeared to be quite a culture of speeding to the extent that Milford finally destroyed the tapes.
Former Trooper Hobson says it's almost unheard of for cops to crack down on each other over speeding.
If you do so, you're deemed a stool pigeon, and there's ramifications for doing that.
Get out of the vehicle!
Want proof? Then turn back to that video of Florida Trooper Donna Watts. Remember, she pulled over a Miami police officer who was later fired from his department and is now trying to get his job back. But Watts says she was the one ultimately punished. After the incident, she started receiving threatening phone calls and spotting strange police vehicles in front of her home. She's now suing the cops who were snooping on her, claiming the harassment made her life hell, prompting her to leave road patrol, even her home.
Ms. Watts feels betrayed for some members of the law enforcement community to turn against her. It has torn her apart.
Next, we set up our own speed trap and a chopper in the sky, catching speeding cops lead-footed and red-handed. And we learned they like being called out for speeding any more than we do.
Don't you think it's a little hypocritical that police officers go 85 miles an hour and they would clearly pull someone like me over?
Stay with us. North Carolina, where tobacco is king and traffic laws reign with an iron fist. Go 15 miles an hour over the limit here, you will get your license suspended and you could land in jail. Police here are sworn to enforce these tough laws, but we wondered, do they actually obey them too? To find out, we decided to turn the tables on the cops with our own 2020 speed trap in Raleigh, North Carolina.
We're going to be along this road.
Our objective, not only to catch any speeding cops in the act,
And to all be on walkie-talkies.
but to follow them to their final destination. Our target location, a stretch of I-40 near downtown Raleigh, where the speed limit is 65 miles per hour. We deploy our surveillance team, starting with Ron Carr. Remember, he's the guy who's been documenting speeding cops in Raleigh for months now. His job is to alert us of any fast-moving squad car heading our way.
White Dodge Charger, left lane.
Actually, he's running hot.
To accurately measure how fast any suspected speeding cops are traveling,
3, 2, 1, mark.
we set up 2 checkpoints.
3, 2, 1, mark.
The plan is if we confirm cops are speeding, to spring our trap, deploying my chase car to tail them wherever they're going. Even though we chose something with some hefty horsepower, we don't want to get busted for speeding ourselves. So in case we lose them,
Where did he go?
we brought in the Air Cavalry, a 2020 helicopter equipped with an aerial surveillance camera. Those cops can run, but they can't hide from our eye in the sky. The 2020 speed trap is set, and it's not long till this cruiser flies by our checkpoints at 75 miles per hour.
Mark.
That's 10 over the limit. No lights, no sirens. By the time the cruiser reaches us in the chase car, we estimate it's picked up even more speed.
It's going about 85. It's hard for us to catch up.
My chase car is left in the dust, but luckily, our chopper team gets us right back on track.
We're on it. Chopper's on it.
It says SBI Crime Lab.
We're able to follow the car to its final destination and confront the lead-footed driver.
Matt Gutman from ABC News.
Hi.
How you been?
I'm good.
Good. We were watching you on I-40.
Okay.
We're going about 85 miles an hour.
Okay.
Wondering what you think about that.
I don't really have a comment.
You don't have a comment?
No.
It's hardly an emergency. The officer is just dropping off evidence at the state crime lab.
Don't you think it's a little hypocritical that police officers go 85 miles an hour and they would clearly pull someone like me over? That would upset people. Isn't what you're supposed to do, to some extent, serve as an example of how people should drive?
So stand by, this guy's moving.
Astonishingly, the cops kept coming, zooming by us, smashing speed laws to take care of,
I got him.
non-emergency business.
He's cooking.
Like the sheriff's deputy who hits 85 miles per hour, that's 20 over the limit. We're able to follow the deputy all the way downtown, where we discover there's no emergency. She was just apparently late for an appointment at the courthouse.
All right, she is pulling into the official intake vehicles only. We can't do that.
He's running hot.
Same story with another sheriff's vehicle that we clock at 82 miles per hour.
He's going so fast.
You're going 82. Stay on him. Chopper, stay on him. Everybody stay on him.
He's moving too fast for me to keep up with.
Oh man, we just lost him.
Finally, our trusty chopper again comes to the rescue, puts us back on his tail. The officer leads us on a merry, slow-speed chase through Raleigh's downtown streets.
He's going around in circles. He is aware we're following him. I think he's trying to shake us.
He finally comes to a stop at the federal courthouse.
We're from ABC News. We noticed that on I-40 over there, you were going about 82, 85. Wondering if you were on an emergency call. We didn't see the flashers.
Pick up a federal prisoner and take him back to Edgecombe County.
I don't know, if I went 81 or 82, you'd probably pull me over.
I would.
You think your superior would mind that you were going that fast?
Would he mind? Probably.
2, 1, mark.
But not all of the cops we caught speeding were on official business. Check out this officer cruising by at 79 miles per hour. Our helicopter crew tracks him as he exits the highway and follows him to, you're not gonna believe this, a donut shop. And Dunkin' Donuts wasn't the only eye-opening destination we discovered in the course of our surveillance op. Check out this highway patrol SUV speeding at 75 miles per hour.
I see him.
By the time he gets to us in the chase car, we estimate he's going even faster.
So this guy's going well over 80 right now, the middle lane.
Tearing across lanes just to get to his exit.
Oh, wow, he did 3 lanes at once. Did 3 lanes without using his blinkers, ladies and gentlemen.
We're able to catch up on a local road, but again, he punches the accelerator.
You guys, this guy's going 70 at a 45 right now.
We finally find out where the trooper was headed in such an all-fire hurry. Incredibly, he was speeding just to get to the Highway Patrol Training Academy. This place even has its own driver's training course.
So, we're doing a story about speeding cops, and we noticed you were going about 80 miles an hour on the highway, and then about 75 and a 45. We had a hard time keeping up with you.
Yeah, I was trying to get over here this morning.
The concern is that, you know, police officers speeding, a lot of folks want to see you set an example, and if you're going about 15, 20 miles over the speed limit, there might be some concern.
I understand what you're saying.
If you're wondering what subject this officer teaches here, take a look at his shirt. Yup, that's right. He's a driving instructor.
Hey, gentlemen, how are you?
Time to get some answers. We walk into the training academy with cameras rolling.
Let me get you to step inside.
Sure.
But none of the supervisors on site are willing to talk.
You're not even curious about what your guys are doing, the guys who are speeding to get here to work for you?
Sir, I'm not even at liberty to discuss this with you.
Later, after we've left North Carolina, a spokesman for the Highway Patrol tells us they've launched an investigation into what we found.
We went ahead and started looking into this matter, and we're going to handle it accordingly.
Do you find it outrageous that one of the people we found driving most recklessly seemed to be a driving instructor?
That's not a good thing. It kind of paints the wrong type of message. We are dealing with that individual.
But in Connecticut, what we found during our surveillance operation came as no surprise to the families of teenagers Ashley Krakowski and David Servin, who lost their lives because of a speeding cop. Today, they rest side by side. The tragedy has left their families deeply skeptical that cops will actually crack down on their own.
And never in a million years will they do that, ever.
Would you say that these speeding cops destroyed your family?
Yes, they did ours.
Ripped our hearts out.
They did. And it could be anybody's kid, anybody's child. And it's the worst thing you could ever happen to you.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Sheriff County Cop Watch with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if some, if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave a let's say, actually, yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But, you know, do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, you know, at least I can do it. You know, 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt-free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea, too, that we have is, you know, if I got, you know, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. You know, 47,000 of you so far right now. You know, $1 a day. I mean, $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.